Welcome to Coronation Windsor, a weekly series where we look into the history of the British monarchy and coronations ahead of the coronation of Charles III. The crown jewels of royal coronations. If you visit the Tower of London, you'll notice a tall tower with a clock. It used to be the site of private executions, which take place away from the public eye. One execution that was recorded at the spot was the execution of Anne Boleyn on the 19th of May 1536. Today, the clock tower in the Waterloo block is now part of a vault which houses the world's famous jewel collection in the world, the British Crown Jewels. With over 100 objects and 23,000 gemstones and collections, the Royal Crown Jewels collection is the English coronation regalia and the United Kingdom's sacred objects. The jewels remain in their home for visitors to see them in person, but some items are removed from public view should a coronation is being prepared for a new sovereign. Some would disappear for months in case they needed to be altered, such as adjustments to the head, for example. But not all of them are for coronations. Some are used for other occasions, such as the state opening of Parliament, state banquets, or royal funerals. The crown jewels aren't just for pomp and ceremony, they are important symbols to demonstrate the political power that is upheld by the British monarchy. The history of them is fascinating in its own right, and today they still capture the attention of the public. 4 items are housed in the clock tower that is prepared for royal coronations, not to mention additional items that were or are being prepared for the big day itself. Here are 4 items from the Crown Jewels collection. St. Edward's Crown. Known as the Coronation Crown of England, St. Edward's Crown is worth an estimated £3.6 million. It is the one that is placed on a sovereign's head following the royal proclamation of a king or queen regnant. The history of St. Edward's Crown dates back to the reign of King Charles II, who wore it for his coronation. It was a replacement as the original St. Edward's Crown was melted down in 1649 during the interregnum. The original was worn in the 11th century by Edward the Confessor, and even with the current crown, it is considered a holy relic. In 1671, the crown was damaged when Captain Thomas Blood stole the crown and the other crown jewels before flattering it with a mallet and stuffing it beneath his cloak. The crown had been restored following the incident, but Blood was pardoned for the incident before King Charles II gave him land in Ireland. Pretty strange if you ask me. St. Edward's crown is made out of solid gold and set with 444 semi-precious stones. However, being considered too heavy, it hadn't been worn in royal coronations for more than 200 years. The Imperial State Crown. The Imperial State Crown is a closed imperial crown with arcs that form a cross from above the head of the sovereign. The cross is a symbol which gives the idea that by wearing the crown, from a religious perspective, God has chosen the sovereign to rule over his or her kingdom. Weighing over 1 kilogram, the crown contains 2,868 diamonds, 17 sapphires, 11 emeralds, 4 rubies and 269 pearls. It is an estimate value of £2.5 billion. The crown was designed for the coronation of King George VI, and if you recognise it, then you would have seen it on display on top of Queen Elizabeth II's coffin in September 2022. In coronations, the sovereign wears the imperial state crown after the coronation ceremony, and it is worn on ceremonial occasions. The sovereign's sceptre with cross and the orb. In a short description, the sceptre has been said to be part of a long-standing tradition of a staff as a symbol of office. It is a powerful symbol which is held by a leading sovereign who is a government figure of his or her country. Also, the orb is a representation of power, symbolising the Christian world. Although it was first used in Charles II's coronation, over the centuries, monarchs have added extra designs for the sceptre for their coronations. From George IV, who added a rose, thistle and shamrock, to George V, who added the famous 530.2 carat Callan first diamond. In every coronation ceremony, there is a moment where the Archbishop of Canterbury hands the sceptre to a new sovereign saying, "Receive the rod of equity and mercy. Be so merciful that you be not too remiss. So execute justice that you forget not mercy. Punish the wicked, protect and cherish the just, and lead your people in the way wherein they should go." The sovereign's orb was first recorded in 1509 during the coronation of King Henry VIII, but like the sceptre, a new one was made following the restoration. It is made out of hallowed gold, and it is decorated with 375 pearls, 365 diamonds, 18 rubies, 9 emeralds, 9 sapphires and a piece of glass. During a coronation ceremony, the Archbishop of Canterbury places the orb in the monarch's right hand saying, "Receive this orb set under the cross, and remember that the whole world is subject to the power and empire of Christ our Redeemer." Two symbols of political power and promises to serve and to protect the country and the Church of England. With Charles and Camilla's coronation only one day away, most people living in the UK will witness their first coronation. For others, it will be the first in 69 years. Whether the ceremony will be a one to remember for the right or wrong reasons, we can note that tomorrow's coronation will hold 2 records. One for Charles, who would be the oldest monarch to be crowned, overtaking Edward VII, and the coronation will be shown in colour instead of black and white. Charles's coronation will also be the second ceremony in British history to be televised. It is unlikely I will do a proper conclusion to this mini-series tomorrow, but all I can say in all honesty, I enjoyed reading, writing, recording and producing Coronation Windsor. I hope to upload another mini-series like this in the future. Wherever you are or be tomorrow, I wish you a happy coronation day. Thank you so much for your support throughout the mini-series. If you enjoyed it and the videos, please like and subscribe. God save the King.